here with Helen Williams, who is the Cyber Protect Officer for the North West Regional Organised Crime Unit. And on the 7th of June it is Fish and Chips Day.
It is, yeah,
cool.
It is.
Can you
so
tell
I
us
like fish and chips.
I love fish and chips. So what's that all about?
Well, Fish and Chip Day is actually something celebrated by the fish and chip industry, so fish and chip shops. Phishing emails are these strange scam emails that we all seem to be inundated by, covering a whole range of things. So on the 7th of June, which is Fish and Chip Day, we're raising awareness of phishing emails to try and help people protect themselves from them and be aware of what sort of things they might get into their inbox. It's basically a big social media campaign, so the hashtag is #mulletover. I can hear all the groans. We've also got police officers and cadets and volunteers right across the country going out into fish and chip shops to educate them about phishing emails.
You work more with organisations and the public, is it?
That's right, yeah. Okay. Yeah. My job is to go out and protect businesses and individuals, to make sure that people are educated about what current threats are out there and that they can protect what they're doing online.
What are the main crimes that you've noticed sort of recently? What's the kind of current trend in terms of the type of emails that are coming out or the type of phone calls that people are getting?
There's a few similar patterns. I mean, all phishing emails have a similar thread to them, so there's always a sense of urgency. So it can be something like, you've been caught looking at porn on the internet, so pay this ransom, otherwise we'll report you to the police, or you've been caught speeding, or you've won the lottery, or your bank account's been compromised, or a parcel can't be delivered. There's normally something to make you want to take action with phishing emails.
Who are you finding is most at risk of these kind of attacks?
I think we're all equally at risk. Maybe the elderly, because they're not so savvy about how to deal with things online, maybe a little bit more uncomfortable with using online technology, but we could all be caught out.
What would be your advice if you get one of these emails and you're not sure?
Well, there's a great piece of advice which we promote a lot called Take 5, and it's basically about take 5 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever it is you want to do, take a step away from that computer or from the phone if it's a phone call, and have a think, is that likely to be a genuine email? Don't rush to assume that it is genuine, don't give away personal information, just take a step back. And the other piece of advice which we like to link on to that is something called Tell To. If we can create a chain of 26 people who all pledge to tell 2 people about a piece of advice, you can have an unbroken chain which reaches 67 million. So we quite like to encourage people to tell 2 as well. Don't just keep that advice to yourself, tell 2 people about it, and together we can protect more people.
How important do you think it is that older people have digital skills?
I think it's really important. The way the world is changing so much now, you're almost losing out on living in this current world if you're not taking part. We're forced to bank online, to shop online.
Organisations are making things automated and doing things online, and it saves them money and it makes their job easier. But there's kind of an accessibility issue there almost, and it's kind of excluding the older generation because they don't have those skills.
I think there's a huge accessibility issue, and I think businesses aren't really addressing it. Local bank branches are closing, so you've got to bank online. We're kind of being forced down that way, so if you're not able to take part, you're missing out on an awful lot of normal day-to-day things like paying your council tax, all those normal things that we take for granted. We used to go into a building and do those, but we were being encouraged online.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck with the Mullet Over campaign.
Thank you.